All right, let's talk about something we do every day, but it's so important we get it right every single time. Setting up a proper containment area. This is a direct, no-nonsense refresher on the mandatory rules. This isn't about paperwork, it's about the core practices that keep us and everyone else safe. So let's jump right in.
So think about this for a sec. On any given day, you're unbuilding a lot of stuff, right? Tearing down walls, moving materials. But what's the single most important wall you're actually going to build today?
Yeah, you probably guessed it. It's that containment wall. And look, it's so much more than just some plastic and tape. Its whole mission, its entire purpose, is to control the work area and keep all the nasty stuff contained. We're talking about protecting our crew, sure, but also everyone outside our little bubble. It is our absolute first line of defense.
So what are we really talking about here? Officially, it's a sealed work zone. Let's break that down. Sealed means nothing gets out. The whole point is to stop contamination in its tracks. And this is the really important part. We have to control the hazardous dust and the airflow. Everything we're about to talk about, every single step, it all comes back to that one goal.
Okay, so listen up. Before you even think about unrolling that first sheet of poly, the safety process is already started. It all begins with knowing exactly what your role is and making sure you've got the right gear ready to go. Think of it like a foundation for a house. If your prep work is shaky, the whole containment is going to be shaky too.
And this is a team sport for sure, but we've all got different positions to play. The supervisor, their job is to make sure everyone knows what they're doing, understands the hazards, and has the right equipment. For the workers on the crew, your job is to be trained up, keep your eyes open for risks, and check your gear before you start. The bottom line is, safety is on all of us. It's a shared responsibility, right from the get-go. Now let's talk tools of the trade. This isn't just a random list of stuff. This is your toolkit for control. Every single piece has a critical job. That HEPA filtered unit, for example, it's a beast. It's grabbing those tiny invisible particles that you can't see but can really mess you up. And why 6mm poly? Because it's tough. It won't rip easily. So this isn't a suggestion box, you know? This is the required gear. If you're missing any of this, or if it's not working right, you just can't start. Period. All right, let's get into the golden rules. These are the do's, the non-negotiables. Think of this as the playbook for every single setup. It's not just a friendly suggestion, it's a mandatory checklist, every time, no exceptions.
Okay, let's walk through the 6 fundamental steps. Number 1, you mark your territory. Barricades, signs, make it crystal clear where the work zone is, no confusion. 2, you kill the HVAC. Shut it down, seal every vent. This is huge because you don't want that junk circulating through the whole building. 3, fire up the HEPA unit to get that negative pressure going. You want air being sucked into the containment, not blowing out. After that, you set up your proper decon area. You're checking for rips and tears every day, and last but not least, all your power inside has to be GFCI protected. You follow that sequence, you've got a solid, safe zone.
Okay, now for the other side of the coin. We've talked about what to do. Now let's talk about what not to do. These are the big mistakes, the absolute deal breakers that put everyone at risk. These are the red lines you do not cross.
There are 3 huge don'ts here. First, nobody gets inside the containment unless they are supposed to be there, no exceptions. It's all about limiting exposure. Second, if you can't move it, you seal it. Completely. We're talking about preventing cross-contamination. And third, lockout/tagout on all equipment before you start. No accidental startups. I'm not exaggerating when I say that messing up any one of these can cause the whole system to fail. It's that serious.
All right, let's bring this home. Look, setting up the containment right is obviously crucial. But the job isn't done when the last piece of tape goes on. Safety is an ongoing thing. You got to think of that containment area like a living, breathing thing. You have to keep an eye on it the whole time to make sure it's still doing its job.
Seriously, if you remember just one thing from all this, make it this. Check the containment daily for breaches. It's so simple, but so important. A little nick from a tool, some tape that got humid and peeled away, tiny things can create a massive problem. That daily walk around, that quick inspection, that's what makes sure the fortress you built yesterday is still a fortress today.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to take with you. After hearing all this, what's the one thing you're personally going to double check on your next job? Maybe it's making sure that HVAC vent is sealed tight. Maybe it's testing the GFCI yourself. Whatever it is, picking that one thing to be extra careful about, that's how we go from just doing the job to doing the job safely. All right? Stay safe out there.